our house, too.
I don't know, Jesse. Toys are for play, but tech is for everything.
I'm losing Bonnie to this device.
Yeah, the long-awaited Toy Story 5 is playing in theaters now. The film is expected to bring in millions at the box office. Kevin is here with us this morning to give his take on the movie. Kevin, I know this has been just lots of people excited about this. I asked you if you think this is the best one in the franchise, and you kind of made a face at it. I know it's gotten, people love the Toy Story movies. Is this the best one?
I would say definitely not the best one. This is a great movie. If you're a fan of the Toy Story franchise, you're going to love it. If you're a fan of Pixar, you'll love it. It's a really fun story. It's got all your beloved characters, got some new characters. But if we're going to talk like elite Pixar or elite Toy Story, I think amazingly enough, it's the storytelling that falters here, which is usually Pixar's hugest strength, in my opinion. It's getting a little formulaic now that we've had 5 of these movies. It revolves around the theme of abandonment again. You know, the toys feel abandoned. The one toy or a group of toys gets separated from the rest. There's a big rescue mission. So it feels like we've been here before. I mean, it's still good, but they're not really breaking much new territory, except for the fact, as you can see in the little spot we watched, this time it's technology. It's toys being abandoned due to technology. And that gives it a very different vibe. You know, like the toys have been all abandoned for, I don't know what you would call it, inescapable natural reasons, right? Like Andy grows up. You're not going to stop that. A new toy shows up. You know, your attention's going to be divided. But this is the first time we've had like a man-made, you know, something manufactured come in. So to me, the old movies feel more like fables, you know, like Aesop, the tortoise and the hare, you know, about things about the natural way of growing up. This one sometimes feels more like a public service announcement. You know, it's a little heavy-handed. You know, they'll have these shots of houses in the neighborhood, and every single window has a kid on a device. Jessie is astonished that kids want to be on devices, which I guess in her universe, you know, she's lived in Bonnie's house and she doesn't know any better, but in a way the movie feels a little too late for that, you know, like this has been in our consciousness for a while. So it does at times feel like a little bit, you know, old guy, get off my lawn, kind of yelling about technology. But other than that, there's so much to love about the film. You know, all your favorites are back. You get a new character. You get a bunch of new characters. The standout. That
was my next question. Is we see some new faces in this movie?
Yeah, my favorite by far was Conan O'Brien. He plays like a toilet trainer for a young child. So he looks like a plastic toilet roll dispenser, and you know he's got all the buttons. And basically he's something where you know if you flush, he'll play music and bright lights will come on and congratulate you. But he is kind of that bridge. He's the old technology, you know, he's not like one device that can do everything. So yeah, the toys and the early devices kind of share the idea of being left behind as well. So that's kind of fun. And what's neat is this is Jessie's story. You know, Jessie really is the main character in all this. Buzz and Woody, you know, they're involved, but they're kind of put to the side a little bit. So it's kind of neat to see Jessie get the spotlight on her for once. No, it's been so cool to see how these movies have evolved and the underlying themes, as you mentioned. I was also excited to see it because of the Taylor Swift song in it. I think a lot of people are excited about that. I Do What I Do You. So end with that.
I'm very excited about that. So overall, what is your rating?
You know, I'm going to give it a B.
Okay.
I don't think, as I said, it's top level Pixar, but what Pixar, one of the great things about Pixar is that they're great on-ramps for conversations with your child. This is I would recommend every kid go see this with your parents so that you can have these family conversations. You know, there's some cyberbullying in the movie. You can ask, you know, have you ever experienced that? They actually give a great model when the parents are concerned about Bonnie of how to address that issue. You know, just the way she carries her device. She clutches it and she almost hides behind it, which is a great image. And I think a lot of times kids don't have the words to fully express how they feel. So it's nice as a parent, you could say, have you ever felt like that? You can see that. So yeah. I mean, it may not be the best, but it's still definitely worthwhile seeing.
Great overall message. As we mentioned, it's in theaters now. Kevin, thank you so much.